guys, my name is Sandy. I'm a homeschooling mom to 2 boys. Next year we're going to be going into our 5th year of homeschooling already. And I'm going to be talking about my younger son's curriculum choices for the 2021-2022 school year. He's currently in 5th grade and next year he's going to 6th grade. So let's get started. Alright guys, here's a quick overview of all the books that we're going to be using next year, or most of the books anyways. There's a few I have not collected yet. This is going to be math. We've got computer going on with Easy Peasy. This is going to be history. I've got science, language arts. And let me go over each subject individually. So I just wanted to mention really quick, this is the first year that I'm separating their videos completely about what we're doing for the next school year. So for the 2021-2022 school year, my kids are going to be doing all of their subjects separate. So I'm going to be filming a separate video for each child. So what we've used for this previous year that we're currently in for math has been Easy Peasy Step 1, which is the 5-6 level. And then I moved into Master Books just to give it a try for him. And he got bored with it after a few months. Just doing 1 page a day from here, like 1 workbook page, was getting really boring. So we moved back to Easy Peasy, and we've pretty much finished our school year with Easy Peasy right now. And currently, I'm giving Life of Fred a try. So for next year, I do plan on using Easy Peasy again. It's this particular level, Math 6-7, worked really, really well for my older son. And I'm planning on using it for my younger son. Mainly, I'm going to use the online version because he likes the online version the best. And I'm test driving Life of Fred right now with him currently. And if this works well for him and he really likes it, we're going to be using it with Easy Peasy next year for math. So for language arts for my 6th grader, I'm going to be trying something completely new that I've never tried before. And it's going to be Beowulf's grammar, and we're going to use the whole Guest Hollow language arts program. So I've created this binder for it. I've got all the supplies needed at the beginning of it. And then I have the schedule that I printed up. And also I'm going to be using the online schedule because there are some really good links in there to games and online activities. And I printed up some of the worksheets that go with the grammar portion. And it says that this is for levels or grades 2 to 6, and he will be in 6th grade. My theme for next year for homeschool, we've had kind of a rough year, just a lot of rough things happen to our family. And I want next year to be just really, really fun, and I want them to enjoy learning, and I want an easy, fun year. And I'm hoping this Beowulf Guest Hollow language arts will be there. Here's some of the books that go with it. There's a lot of books. These are some of the books that are going to be done each day. They're both journals. And here's some of the poetry books that go with it. And this son loves this poet. He loves Shel Silverstein. So I think he's going to have fun with it. And here's one of the other poetry books. And here's a lot of the other books that go with it. It's Let's Draw a Story, Adventures in Cartooning, Writer's Toolbox. Because he is in 6th grade next year, we are going to be doing all of the writing assignments that they require. And this teaches about different forms of writing in a very friendly manner. Look at my book. Don't forget to write. Teaches about writing. And Tales from Shakespeare. And there are a lot of other books that you read every week to the child, like a lot of picture books about grammar. I'm not going to purchase all of those. What I've got Hoopla through our library. So I'm going to be reading a lot of those on Hoopla. And if they're not on there, then I'm going to be using YouTube for some of the other picture books. So my son's seen this, he's really excited, and he thinks it's going to be really fun. So for additional read-alouds I'm going to be reading to my son, we started this book this year. It's a 5-minute devotion for teen guys. I've been reading it to both of my kids every morning, and we're going to be finishing it up next year because I don't think we're going to finish it this year. We just started it. And here's some other books. So the Guest Hollow curriculum recommends reading books out loud to your child every day, like just regular chapter books. They recommended these 2 books. We've got Stuart Little and Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. Now, I bought this to read this year, and we hadn't read it yet, so I'm just going to save it for next year. I'm going to read it out loud to him a little bit every day. And then I've also got this book, The Tale of Jimmy Rabbit. This is a first edition from 1910. It's like really, really old. I found it in an estate sale. And my son said he really wants me to read it to him, so I'm going to throw this in as another read aloud. And there's a few pictures in here. Let's see if I can find some. This book is like in really, really good shape for being from 1910. The pictures are just beautiful. And another book I'm going to be using probably towards the end of the school year. I'm going to be reading this to him, Guy's Guide to 4 Battles. I'm reading this to my older son this year, and it's been really, really good. So I'm going to be reading this to my 6th grader sometime next year. So for history next year for my 6th grader, I thought I would design my own history curriculum. He's a child that loves to be read to. I could read to him the entire day from different books, and he would never get bored, and he would learn so much that way. So I've designed a history with a lot of read-alouds, and just something that would really work well for him and be super fun for him. So I've gotten these 2 books here for the spine. This one is Eyewitness to History by National Geographic. And I'm going to be using this for our ancient history next year. And then the other spine I got is the Biblical World. And I ordered this online used. I got a good deal on it. I thought I would add this in so I could kind of match the Bible with different parts of ancient history. When my son took a look at this, he thought it was a little bit too advanced for him. So I'm probably going to be using it just a little bit, but not as a spine. And I've planned out our schedule. I just have it written down on paper. I've planned out each day. We're going to be doing a lot of online activities in addition to the reading. And then I have a few worksheets that I found online to print up. And some of the other books I'm going to be using with it is that we're going to do a whole unit on archaeology to start off the year. So I'm going to be using this book that we've had a while and we haven't used yet. And there's some really fun activity suggestions in this book. And I'm going to end the year with a Polar Explorer kind of Viking unit. I'm going to be using this, which we've had for a while and never finished it. And here's some of the other books I picked up. The Best Book of Early People. And all of these books I've purchased used. I also have this book that I've had for a while, DK Eyewitness Treasure. And I'm going to be matching the different pages in here to the different time periods that we're going to study. So I might just read like one page at a time. And then for read-alouds to go to with history, I picked up these 2 books. I've gotten the Odyssey. I'm going to be reading a little bit every day to him through this. And one other book I picked when we study the ancient Middle East. I'm going to be reading a little bit every day from here. Tales from the Arabian Nights. For science, I'm going to be continuing BJU with my 6th grader next year. I have Science 6. I picked it up this year and we've already started it. I bought the teacher-led and I kind of made my own schedule to finish it. I'm going to be doing it over a year and a half instead of just 1 year. And in order to stretch it out a little bit, I have added some online videos and activities into it, just to dig deeper into the different subjects. And I really like their parent-led. I tried their 7th grade life science, the distance learning this year with my older son, and it's just not going so good. So I think after doing level 6 with my younger son next year, I'm going to be looking for something different. But it's been quite good. We're already using it, and he's enjoying it. So for electives for 6th grade year, we're going to be continuing with Easy Peasy Computer and Music. It's online. It's like 5-minute lessons, and we do it once a week. And he's going to be going into the 5th level of computer. And they've got music as well. There's 2 levels he hasn't done yet. I'm not sure which one he's going to move into, but he really enjoys the lessons. So this is pretty much everything we're going to be using next year for my son's 6th grade year. Usually halfway through the year, I will give an update and a closer walkthrough of all the different curriculum and what we liked and what's not working. So I hope this video was helpful. Bye, guys.